Behold.
Hey everybody, what's up? Don Carr here with Andy Wood, and we are checking out the Suhr Oso. Andy, this is the first time either one of us has seen this thing.
Yeah, the curse of being on the East Coast versus where this thing was born on the West Coast. So yeah, this is a very high class unboxing video.
Well, we've already got it out of the box.
It's out of the, clearly it's out of the box.
Clearly out of the box.
Yeah.
So we have at least seen it, and that's about all.
A handful of chords have been played upon it.
Yeah, and it is quite fabulous. From listening side, how is it as far as playing it?
Yeah, it's really cool. So I've always grown up playing the more F style scale length,
slightly longer scale length.
Yeah, and this is the G scale length, right?
Right.
I think that comes from the origin point being John grew up. I think one of his first guitars was a Junior. And I know he really loves like Mountain and Leslie West and that kind of thing. And I think this was a real passion project for him.
Cool.
It's the stuff, like you said earlier off camera, it's the stuff that inspires you.
Yeah, the stuff that gets you going, man, and you'll chase it down, and obviously he chased it down.
Yeah.
Because this is incredible. I mean, just looking at it, it's a bolt-on neck, right?
Yeah, bolt-on neck, and they basically have 4 variants.
Okay.
Most Suhr products are really like spec to spec. Like what fretboard, what neck shape. These are, because this was a passion project, there's really 4 variants.
Okay.
And the 4 variants, this being, I would call this the most modern of the variant.
Yeah.
Because it's a alder with roasted maple with a trim. Things that the guys at the G place, they didn't really do that back then.
Yeah, exactly.
But the more traditional one, like I said, there's 4. There's a cherry that's got a Tone Pros TP6. Pickup rings, really is that thing.
Yeah, the look. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. Like, you want to play Mississippi Queen on it. You know what I mean? Totally.
Crank out the vibrato on that one.
It's totally that thing. Right. So, yeah, you can get it with the figured top and like some color choice there. Again, the neck on this specific one is roasted maple. If you get the mahogany body versions, they're mahogany necks. It's the obvious things that will happen.
It's the formula, But interesting though, because it's like even looking at pictures, it still has the same kind of aesthetic vibe as this, so it really stays in the Suhr family, which is cool.
I think so. John's history is that side of the fence, right? That side of the pond.
Right.
And so I think the glaring difference would be what you were talking about, the headstock.
Yeah.
Because John is a 6 on a side guy.
Yeah.
He's going to do this, and I think he did a great job. Personally, obviously everybody in the comments is going to be like, your nepotism showing, but I think it's challenging to make a new headstock. Any manufacturer.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're either so close to the original that it's not cool, or it's so far away that everybody hates it.
That it's weird and goofy and like stigmatizing almost.
I think he did a great job. There's a little bit of that hint, for the G headstock. You were talking about the angle of the headstock.
Yeah, it's not like that super severe thing that you would expect, especially with a shorter scale
that
guitar.
Tends to snap.
Yeah, that tends to be an issue. How many?
If you tour it,
man, how many of those have you seen with the glue spot right there?
Oh, for sure. It's almost like if it didn't, you're like, this is a fake.
No, this one's never been played.
It's never been played.
It's never left the house.
With the headstock being 3 on a side, I think he did a great job with the look and balancing the pitch of an angle.
Man, and the pull, because it's all about string pull. I mean, that's really the deal, right? You got to get the right amount of downward pressure, to get everything to just resonate and tune up, and the whole bit, man. And it's like that's killer. That's an amazing. Compromise is the wrong word, because that sounds like you're giving something up. This is a midpoint.
I mean, right? Because the OG, we're now. Let me ask you this: you personally, Did you grow up, was your first ride like a Fender style or a Gibson style?
Gibson style.
It was a Gibson style. Mm-hmm. So this is like more home to you.
Yeah.
Like this kind of scale length and stuff.
Right, but for so long I played the F style scale length. But the Gibson's where I started. I started with a Les Paul copy.
I mean, I think most people do. So I think this is a really neat part of the line that they've opened up the door to have the conversation about.
Yeah.
You know, because it's always been the 25 and some change scale length
Right.
with Suhr,
Right.
and this being the 24 and some change. Let's say that it's 24.6 and some change. I didn't build it, but it's around that range.
Somewhere in there.
And this is maybe a little nice little history nugget that I got from John. You know, the original scale length was ideally aimed to be at 24.7, right?
Right.
But when they would set the necks with the glue, it would shrink in. So a lot of those old ones wouldn't be spot on. They would
Right.
be 24 and some change.
As everything would dry out, the glue and the wood and everything, and it kind of meld together a little tighter.
So if you bolt it, you've got to pick a number. You've got to pick one.
Yeah, you do.
'Cause
Because
it's
they ain't
there.
going anywhere. That's kind of the point, you
Right.
know?
Let's hear it. Let's just hear this
Man,
thing.
let's do. I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah. It's so nice to be able to play this scale length and wiggle a bar.
Yeah,
Because that typically doesn't arrive on that.
Exactly. It's not. It's usually not a thing. Man, you know what? That has got such a nice mid-range to it. You were talking about that too earlier off
That's
camera.
what I've always noticed with G-style guitars. The mids are a little more honky. Mm-hmm. But I think that's what makes, you know...
So it makes them stick out.
It's got that... ah.
Yeah, it makes it stick out, man. Makes it poke out of the mix.
Yeah. I mean, I got to play... I've got to play that riff on this guitar, you know? It's totally that thing, and it's really great for just a classic rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
It makes you want to play those riffs,
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly.
And this one's got a 5-way selector, so I could be happy with this guitar in one pickup in the bridge
Yeah.
and drive, but I think versatility is really synonymous with Suhr.
Yeah.
And so they put in the 5-way selector that allows you to go from bridge to the 2 inside coils. That's the... both humbuckers. And the B string is true. It's pretty dadgum true.
That's
And
nice.
then when you get those shorter
Yeah.
scale lengths,
Yeah.
that
It's a
B string will
balancing act,
buck at
man.
you. It'll buck on you. For sure.
Well,
Continuing on, the next position is one of my favorites, which is just the neckmost coil, you know. And then, of course, the neck humbucker, which is...
Yeah.
totally does the fake Clint Strong thing, right? If I could only play like him.
Oh,
you know?
man, Clint. Bless
If you
his
don't know
heart,
who
man.
Clint Strong is,
Check him out.
that's your next video to watch.
Oh, absolutely, man.
So this tremolo is the new Suhr tremolo. So it's a 2-post.
Okay.
Previously in other iterations, they used Goto 510s, and John, obviously chasing things, manufacturing his own now.
Yeah.
As far as the hardware, pretty standard. I like that it's got the T-style knobs on this specific one.
Yeah, the grippies, man.
The grippies.
The grippies are good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really a cool item, and I'm glad you were able to have the conversation with me, because I just met this guitar. Like, we just met this guitar
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah, I know. I looked at it and went, what is that?
Yeah.
And you had to explain it to me.
So if you're after one of these, contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Tell them that we sent you.
Absolutely, man. If you have any questions at all about this or any Suhr product, make sure to reach out to your Sweetwater sales engineer or check us out at sweetwater.com.